SQL injection is a way hackers trick websites into giving up information. SQL stands for Structured Query Language. It's a language that websites use to talk to their databases. Databases store everything from passwords to customer names and orders. Think of SQL as a waiter who takes your order to the kitchen and brings back your food. When you type something into a website, like your name or email, it gets sent to the database. If the website doesn't check what you type, a hacker can add secret commands. These commands tell the database to do things it should never do. That's SQL injection in action. This attack is dangerous because it can happen almost anywhere. Login forms, search bars, or contact pages can all be at risk. If a hacker finds a weak spot, they can read, change, or delete data. Sometimes they can even take control of the whole website. So, in simple words, SQL injection is like sneaking a secret message to the chef through the waiter. If no one checks the message, chaos can happen in the kitchen. Let's see how hackers spot these weak points. Hackers are kind of like detectives. They look for clues that a website is weak. First, they search for websites with forms, places where you enter text, like login boxes or search fields. These are often connected to a database. A hacker will test these forms to see if they can trick the website into showing an error. For example, a hacker might type an odd string of characters, such as or 101, into a login box. If the website shows a strange error message, it could mean the form is not protected. The error may leak information about the database. That's a jackpot for hackers. Sometimes hackers use special tools to scan many websites at once. These tools can look for common mistakes in the website code. They help hackers find targets quickly. Websites that do not check what users type are the most at risk. Once a hacker finds a form that reacts in a strange way, they know it might be open to SQL injection. That's when the real attack begins. Let's walk through what happens next. Step 1. The hacker finds a vulnerable form, maybe a login box. Instead of entering a normal username and password, they type something tricky, or 1. This code is a sneaky command. The website sends it straight to the database without checking. Step 2. The database reads the command. Because of the trick, it thinks, show this user everything because 1 is always true. So it lets the hacker in, even without the right password. The hacker can now see private information. Step 3. The hacker gets creative. They try other commands to steal more data. For example, they might enter drop table users, which tells the database to delete the whole users table. Suddenly, all user accounts are gone. Step 4. The hacker may also change prices, steal credit card numbers, or take over the admin account. All this happens because the website did not check what was being sent to the database. One simple mistake, and the hacker is inside. Once hackers get in, they have, well, a lot of options. They can steal lists of customers and their private information. This can include emails, phone numbers, addresses, and even passwords. Hackers often sell this data on the dark web. They can change important details on the website, too. For Maggie's Bakery, this might mean changing menu prices or posting fake news. Hackers can also use the hacked site to attack other websites or send spam emails from Maggie's account. Worse, hackers can plant malicious code on the website. This code might infect visitors' computers with viruses. If the hacker gets full control, they can lock Maggie out of her own site. She could lose her business overnight. The damage from SQL injection is often silent at first. By the time the website owner notices, the hacker may have already done great harm. That's why it's so important to understand these risks. Many large companies and government sites have fallen victim to SQL injection. Back in 2008, hackers actually used SQL injection to break into Heartland payment systems. They ended up stealing millions of credit card numbers. Another famous case involved Sony Pictures, where hackers used SQL injection to steal personal data from over 1 million users. But, it's not just the big names. Small businesses get hit too. In 2017, a charity website in the UK was hacked with SQL injection. The attackers stole donor information and posted it online. The charity lost the trust of its supporters and had to spend months fixing the problem. Even big tech companies have had close calls. These attacks really show that no one is too small or too big to be a target. They also remind us how quickly a simple mistake can cause a disaster. Learning from these stories helps us understand why protecting websites is so important. The good news is that there are simple ways to block SQL injection. The first step is to always check and clean what users type into website forms. This is called input validation. Think of it like checking someone's ID before letting them into a club. Another important step is to use prepared statements. This means the website tells the database exactly what to expect. If a user tries to sneak in extra commands, the database just ignores them. Many website tools and programming languages offer this feature. Website owners should also keep their software up to date. Hackers love to attack old, outdated software. Installing updates closes security holes. Finally, it's smart to use tools that scan websites for weaknesses, kind of like a security checkup for your website. These steps aren't hard, but they really make a big difference. Even small changes can stop most hacker attacks before they start. Good website security is not a one-time job. It's actually a habit, like locking the door every night. Website owners should always be on the lookout for new threats. Regularly testing the website for weak spots is key. You can do this with free or paid security tools. Training is also important. Website owners and their teams should learn about common tricks hackers use. There are tons of online courses and guides for beginners out there. Sharing what you learn with friends and coworkers helps everyone stay safer. Backup plans matter too. Make regular backups of your website and its data. If something bad happens, you can restore your site quickly. Also, consider having a plan for how to tell customers if their data is ever at risk. The more you know, the better you can protect yourself. Being alert and ready keeps hackers out. SQL injection is a powerful tool for hackers, but it is also easy to stop. As Maggie's story shows, even one weak spot can lead to big problems. Protecting your website is not just about technology, it's about trust. Your customers depend on you to keep their data safe. Website security is everyone's job. By learning the basics, checking your site, and staying alert, you make it much harder for hackers to win. You do not need to be a tech expert to protect your business. Sometimes, small steps make the biggest difference. Remember, hackers are always looking for easy targets. Don't let your website be one of them. Stay smart, stay safe, and keep your website and your customers protected.